One more time, give a round of applause for all the speakers today. Y'all doing a phenomenal job inspiring everybody. Just a little bit about myself real quick. I've been in Vegas since 88, literally 1988. Born in LA, but I came out here when I was 5, turning 6, so I'm basically a native. I got my name, I created my name, Financial Trapper. I used to be in the cannabis market on the black market side of things. So now, instead of trapping packs, I trap credit reports. Okay? For y'all that don't know, the acronym for TRAP, take risk and prosper. So that's what my brand stands for, taking a risk and prosper. So we're gonna get right into it real quick. Everybody that has a business in here, who started with a business loan or a business credit card of over $50,000 when you first started? Show of hands. Who started with your own cash? Show of hands. Who started by asking aunt, mom, brother, sister, hey, you know, they're doing well, can you loan me? Or can you invest in my dream or vision, right? I was in the same boat, but now, since I've done all the homework, I went through all the bumps and bruises, I'm gonna share with you guys 3 basic facts that I shared. A, budget. Know how to budget. B, your personal credit. You should be checking your credit report more than you check tickets for an event you wanna go to. Okay, a lot of people went to that Drake, went to that Beyonce concert, looking up tickets, how can they find the deal more than they're checking their own credit report. Okay, we gotta switch our behavior habits and what we're paying attention to. And the C, business funding. My specialty, I'm a business funding consultant, and a lot of things that people don't know, just by your business name is why you will either get low funding, low loan limits, or you'll be completely denied just off your business name. So there's a link you can look at called the NAICS codes. NAICS codes will let you know what is a low or high risk business name, okay? So that's the first thing you want to look into before you create your LLC or your corporation. You want to know exactly what the proper NAICS code that you want to use for your business, okay? So we all understand you need a business website, you need a business address, you need a business email, okay? You need a business phone number. For people that say that they're serious in business and they leave me their email and it says @Gmail, iCloud, Yahoo, that lets me know how serious you are or how lack of education you have on properly having your business properly structured. Yeah, so once again, any business you have, what you do, you can be a consultant or marketing. We can all agree all of our business consists of those 2 categories, right? Marketing, consulting. So for myself, if I want to create my LLC, I'm going to say I do consulting for business funding. I'm not going to say I'm in credit repair, anything like that, because those are all high risky names. You don't want your personal name. You don't want to put food in your name. You don't want to have the cool hip name for your LLC. You can use that for your website and everything else, but when you walk into the banks, you want to make sure that you have the proper NAICS code name, okay? First and foremost. So, one thing that I come to understand is how difficult it is to get funding, but it's very basic. So I'm going to give you guys the game and the data points you need on your personal. Okay, there's a lot of people out there say, oh, you can get all the funding you need if you have the right EIN, get the proper CPN, set up all that stuff. No, that's not what you want to do. Those are what we call shortcuts. We don't want shortcuts because I hope everybody in here is here for the journey of your business to grow and make impact in the community, yes?
Yeah.
So I preach longevity. Like I said, I came from a business that was instant gratification and it led to instant destruction mentally, right? So one thing to know personal-wise, it is called your data points. We have 6 categories. This is what the lenders, the dealerships, mortgage companies, the banks look for. Number 1, payment history. Your payment history needs to be 100%. One late payment will knock your score down 35%, no matter what the account is. It could be a $100 a month account. If you're late, it's going to jeopardize your score by 35%. Number 2, credit card utilization. The standard that everybody says is 30%. I tell my clients 10%. Work on being ready for any type of emergency or anything coming your way, right? So you want to have your utilization at 10%. Number 3, derogatory marks, collections. You want 0. No derogatory marks, no collections. And a quick tidbit on that, do not pay collection companies if they do not have your original signature of the document that you signed to get the thing that whatever you're applying for, okay? Don't do that. Number 4, you want to have, right, okay. Number 4, age of credit. How long have you had an open account? Student loans, credit cards, right? You want to at least have your age 5 years and 9 months or older. 5 years, 9 months or older. If you go into the bank and you have no age, they can't say, hey, you've been responsible. If you can't show you've been responsible over a period of time, denied, low limits. One of the two, okay? Number 5, mixed accounts. You want to have at least 10 to 17 positive mixed accounts. Credit card, auto loan, mortgage. Even if you have an account at any type of furniture store, just something that's going to show that you're making payments and it's not the same thing. Don't get a bunch of trade lines. Oh, I know people that can make me authorized user. Well, the banks are getting smarter when they pull your report and they see just credit cards, trade lines. That means you don't have a good mix, so you're not credible with a variety of different accounts. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. Number 6, hard inquiries. Hard inquiries. You want at least, well, you want no more than 2 or 3 across the board. So Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, you want 111, 0, 11. You don't want more than 3 total, because it looks like, once again, you're applying. Why are you applying so much? That is, you're being labeled as frivolous if you're applying multiple times. So if you go into a dealership and you don't have a pre-approval already from the bank, get out of there. Get out of there. Dealership is the #1 place that will run your credit without your permission multiple times. It is illegal against our consumer rights for a dealership to run our credit that many times without us giving the authority. Hence why we get so many terrible interest rates. If people have Santander means that was like the bitter end. And that means you have the worst probably interest rate possible when it comes to a car loan. Okay, so payment history, utilization, collections, derogatory marks, age of credit, mixed accounts, and hard inquiries. Those are personal data points that you want to have in order. To be approved as you being a personal guarantor for your first business loan, that means your LLC can literally be 2 weeks old, right? As long as your personal profile is what I just said, having that perfect, I call it the perfect adult report card, 6 classes, 6 categories, okay? So you want to have all that in order. So down the line, you want to have at least a 680 credit score. 680 credit score. You want 2 personal credit cards with at least $2,500 limit on each one, or you can have a solo credit card higher than $5,000. Okay, after that, we got 680. We have your drawing a blank. You okay? Here's some coffee in the back. So 680 credit score. You want their 2 credit card limits of at least $2,500, no collections, and you want your inquiries to be below 2 or 3, utilization at 10%. Another quick tip that a lot of people don't know, when it comes to paying your credit cards, you have 2 dates. The due date, which is completely a waste of time, and then you have your reporting or statement date. That is the date that the creditors use to say how much utilization you have on your credit card. So typically you'll have 2 dates on your bank statement, on your credit card statement. Reporting date, statement date, and your due date. Don't go off your due date no more, because they already sent whatever your utilization was probably 2 weeks prior to when that your credit card balance was due. So that's my quick tidbit. Hope you got some game. More information, you can find me on IG, Mr. Robinson Bryan, spelled except with a Y. I spelled Bryan the right way. Yeah. So Mr. M.R. Robinson, R-O-B-I-N-S-O-N, Bryan, B-R-Y-A-N. If you have any questions at all, please ask. Like I said, I'm all about building the community. I gatekeep nothing. If you want information, I'll give it to you, but it takes action to do anything, so that's why I'm not intimidated or holding anything back, because we got all these financial institutions out here, but so many of us have low literacy and understanding of how to go get this funding. When I first heard the word OPM, other people's money, I heard that term in 2007. I thought it meant I had to find people that were richer than me, so I would find people that have more money. No, instead of P for people, it needs to be B for banks, other banks' money. Figure out how to use the banks, leverage their income to build your wealth, to build your dream. No longer do you have to bust your ass and save a percentage for years, because think about it. In a perfect scenario, no issues, you don't get sick, no issues with kids, no flat tires or the transmission went out. How long would it take you to stare at 30,000? How long would it take you to save it up and look at it on an average? Throw me a number, anybody.
60 seconds.
Huh? What'd you say?
60 seconds.
60 seconds. You said a year? You go to the bank, you have everything set up, 90 days, 4 months max, depending on your individual profile, your data points. You can go into the bank and go get 30, 50, 60, 70,000 in a matter of months, right? With no experience. You just need to know how to do it. The bank don't say, so how long have you been trying to get loans? They don't care. You can go in there for your first time versus how long it took us to get good at a skill that pays us a decent amount of money. You see the difference? So now you can get your profile, get everything together, and go get the funding you need to really blow your business up. So, like I said, anybody have any questions, come talk to me. I'm excited for this event. Art, man, everybody, let's get jacked. Woo!
That is the financial trapper, y'all.